fell to the parabola. Time to go down 85%, down to 11K. Maybe they printed so much money you don't get 11K. Maybe you get 15K. But I don't think 30K is the bottom. Really don't.
Maybe they printed so much money you don't get 11K. Maybe you get 15K. How can this guy be right so much? If you guys are new to the channel, subscribe for daily Hex, Pulsechain Richard Heart type content. And welcome back to another video. Thank you for joining me. I wanted to lead with this clip right here because currently it's looking like maybe this was the call. Richard Heart for a while and a lot of other people, as of recently, have been calling for this 11K Bitcoin. But I thought this was a little bit of a gem because Richard Heart, he's been saying 11K Bitcoin. In this clip, though, he says a good point. Maybe the money printers went so crazy. Maybe in the past 2 years, the fact that we printed more money into the economy in 1 year than we did in 100 years. Did you not know that? Wait, you didn't know that, Anon? In the past 2 years, I think it only took 1 year, we printed more money. The money printers went so that we printed more money in 1 year than a century. Is that disgusting or is that disgusting? And the most disgusting thing about that is the average middle class man or woman doesn't understand money supply to realize that even though their bank account said $50,000 2 years ago, it's not worth $50,000 today. The middle class has been absolutely sacked and robbed of their purchasing power for decades now. This is nothing new. This has been happening for decades. But in the past 2 years with the money printing, it's just been eye-opening for people that may not have been aware of it as much. Speaking on this bullish sentiment, okay, two metrics I want to talk about with Bitcoin. The stablecoin to Bitcoin ratio is at all-time highs from multi-year all-time highs. Why do people have stable coins on an exchange? You don't keep money on exchanges, right? Unless you're trying to buy. If you're holding crypto, you keep it off of an exchange on a cold storage wallet. So why are stablecoins at multi-year highs on exchanges? People are bullish. People are trying to make purchases, so that's good to see. And then on-chain volume traded in profit, hitting its highest levels in the last 3.5 years. Okay, so maybe 15K was the bottom. I'm not there yet. The typical bear market dip over the past century has happened after the Federal Reserve pivots interest rates. They're still hiking interest rates. They have not pivoted yet. So I don't think we're back in this bear market yet. However, for the short-term sentiment's looking good. And as far as Hex is going, I think these Richard Heart Pulsechain developments are helping out. Do you guys think Hex is randomly just bottomed? Or do you think all the news and updates about Pulsechain and the sentiment that people think it's close is causing this? Comment below. My opinion is it's all from the Richard Heart updates, as well as Bitcoin has had a nice bounce here, sitting at around 23K. An update from Vivid Hex. I know it's like feed hex or something, but every time I see this, I read Vivid. So sorry, baby, you'll just have to deal with that. 10-second blocks. Ethereum has 12-second blocks. 20% faster with almost zero fees. Recently, the Ethereum fees have been getting kind of bad again. Hex community from day one, and the PulseX buy and burn functions. Guys, once the volume comes onto Pulsechain, and just off the airdrop, say there's no adoption, just off the airdrop, people are going to come over to Pulsechain, they're going to swap their coins, and a lot of people will just go back to Ethereum. People in airdrops tend to claim their free money and then just go back to doing what they're doing. Some users will join the system and become adopted. A lot of people will just claim. But that's not bad for them to claim because they're going to have to swap their free airdrop anyways. And all that volume is just going to go into that PulseX buy and burn. And that's automatic buy pressure, guys. I love that. And a new Richard Heart Pulsechain update. Okay. I'm enjoying month 2 of no alcohol. All right. Any of you guys got drinking problems? I might got a minor one myself. I'm trying to do it less. But I don't know why I just read that. But yeah, it is poison. Good point, Richard. So the Go Pulse, Prism Pulse, Lighthouse Pulse, and Aragon Pulse are code complete. This Aragon Pulse sync is 20 hours into stage 8 out of 16. I don't really know what he's saying here, guys. but it's a good update on what's actually going on. People say, oh, you really think Richard Heart is working on Pulsechain? I mean, look at these updates, guys. This has to be the most elaborate rug of the past decade, or maybe it's actually a legitimate project. I always say, why would Richard Heart spend the past year and a half still talking about Pulsechain when he already got his $1.6 billion? All right, not Richard Heart, but the origin of the sacrifice address, which is probably our age. He already got $1.6 billion. Why would he continue to talk about Pulsechain? He already got the money. So these pea-brains, these people that think they're smart, but they're their own worst enemy, think that he would just expose himself to liability, to lawsuits, if it is a rug pull, if Pulsechain is just spaghetti code, it's never coming out. Why would you keep talking about it? He's already rich. He's already set. So it's just people that really hate on Richard Heart because the guy loves himself. He loves himself almost to a narcissistic level. And if everyone in the world loved themselves like Richard Heart loved themselves, I think we'd live on a much better planet. But unfortunately, the world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. There's a lot of insecurity. There's a lot of hate. The internet makes hating even easier because you can just get behind a keyboard, be anonymous, and say whatever you want. But the epicenter of the hate behind Richard Heart is the man loves himself. And as a confident man myself, I can say this because I can recognize some of Richard Hart's narcissistic tendencies, but as a secure individual who has his own self-confidence, him loving himself and being obsessed with himself doesn't hurt me. It only hurts someone that thinks less of themselves. Oh, I hate that guy. He loves himself so much. I just can't stand myself. Fuck that guy. So a good update from Richard Heart. I want to leave you guys with another great clip. A lot of people haven't seen this, of Richard Heart years ago at the Malta conference. This is probably what I would say to be the best Richard Heart. Very intelligent. He's well dressed, but he's not flexing too hard. He's just dropping knowledge bombs. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you're still watching the video, comment Pulsechain soon below so I know you made it this far in the video. I do appreciate it. And guys, I really think Pulsechain soon.
Market caps were launched as ERC20 tokens. EOS, TRX, BNB, Ethereum itself, more or less. So if security and trustlessness is already free, why should we overpay it with block rewards? Why don't they just make their transaction and that's enough, right? What else could we do? Well, how do we onboard all those crypto users that have crypto? We give them free crypto, just like Bitcoin Cash did, over $1 billion project. Just like Lumens did, over $1 billion project. Just like XRP did, over $1 billion project. When you go through the top 10 coins, giving free coins to people is a wonderful way to onboard them, like freemium, like coupons, and then they buy more because they like it, right? We could also attack a larger market. Can Bitcoin do all of finance? No. Why? Because they only can give rewards to miners, and they don't care about things like holding. In the real world, we care about holding. If you go to the bank, what are the top 3 most successful products at the bank? Savings account, checking account, time deposit, CD, certificate of deposit. You lock up your money, they give you a better interest rate. Do we have that in Bitcoin? Nope. Why? Because you can lock up your money, but you won't get any rewards. You won't get any benefits from it. You just won't be able to spend your money. That sucks. So what if we control the supply and create a smart contract that says when you lock up your money, you get all the inflation. You get all the new coins, not the miners. Now you're paying people to hold the price up because they can't sell the locked coins. In Bitcoin, you're paying miners to dump the price, to buy electricity to pollute the environment. It's the exact opposite. So we reduce the price pressure from miners selling. We give free coins to Bitcoin users. If you guys have Bitcoin, you'll be able to claim these for free, trustlessly. It's not an airdrop. Nobody hands you the coins. It's not a fork. There's no Bitcoin code in it. You can read the code. It's on the website. Giving people free money is a very easy sales pitch.